I get. I have a problem with some wrath. I gotta admit.
That was wrath, fury.
We talking about rage right now. You talking about wrath. You talking about
because
Do y'all think blacking out is a real thing? Like that blind rage, that I see red, like all of those type of things.
I'm gonna be honest about that blacking out thing. So, and it's not just because we saw that fighting that guy was doing with his girlfriend.
ridiculous.
Let's go with other situations. Like, I be thinking too much. I'm so aware of my feelings, and if I do a certain action, the consequences for the action.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So even if, like, for instance, if I'm walking with my girlfriend and then a guy punches my girlfriend in the face, like, time kind of slows down for me, and I'm thinking, all right, so I'm going to ask him, what was that for? I'm going to want to punch him back. Are you willing to go to jail tonight? Yes. Okay, let's go. And then I go through the situation. Yo, why'd you do that? I'm probably just setting them up for that. I'm just asking the question. I don't care what your answer is. Mm-hmm. That's not how you start something in the first place. And then I go ahead and attack him or whatever like that. So it's like, I don't know about blacking out where you're like, man, I just didn't know, man. I just saw red or something like that. I never feel that way about any situation. Like, nothing. Like, I know the N-word people that gets people riled up too. That's another thing. Like, I'd be like, yo, why he? That don't get me, and maybe I'm weird. That don't get me. That's a blind rage. Nothing is hard for me to get in a blind rage. I can't. I don't think I've ever been in that rage.
I have a problem with some wrath. I gotta admit.
That was wrath, fury.
We talking about rage right now. You talking about wrath. You talking about
because I've been researching the 7 deadly sins. Like, those are some interesting things, and breaking down what pride is. But wrath specifically, I've been really trying to work on that. Little stuff like, I'm on my laptop and it'll start spinning. I'm like, yo, I ain't even doing nothing. I'm not even doing. I'm on the freaking browser. I'm like, I'm really getting upset and broken down about this freaking thing.
That boy about to go Super Saiyan on his laptop.
And here's the thing.
Yo, every time you say stuff like that, I always think about that little kid playing that.
I'm gonna put a video on that. Show us this.
Josh used to be the throwing the controller until it break. He used to be that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what stopped me from
doing that. So y'all playing video games, and then y'all end up, somebody had to play with half of the controller at one time, and the reason why was probably you.
Yeah.
And you should be the one playing. And
it's bad for me because Juwan was always better at like every game we played ever. Yeah. It don't matter what game. Matter of fact, I think I only had you at Midnight Club too, and that was because I'm a racer. I'm a racing game player.
He probably into that,
right? I mean, but he was.
That was like the only one, and I was like, why can't I beat him at this?
And we played that a lot. So we used to, when we weren't racing each other, and that's why he never wanted to race. We always
drive around town.
Same thing with MX. Remember MX? Any racing?
I was like, Josh, I can't beat him.
But we would do freestyle. We doing freestyle. Juwan always racking up points on me. But it was fun. They didn't care about that. Same thing with the racing. We doing the same jump over and over. Just riding on the ramp, jumping, right? But any competitive fighting game or something, like, I think we were kind of fair on Mortal Kombat 4, maybe. But everything else, Super Smash Bros, Melee, Marvel vs. Capcom, all of those stuff, right? I would always lose. And Marvel vs. Capcom was late. That I wasn't that bad then, but still, those kind of games where it was like one-on-one.
Josh was the game cheating.
The game is always cheating.
For sure. Now, so that I plateaued at Soul Calibur like before everybody or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, this is great. Yo, Josh, when you beat me, you think I'm slacking, but no, it's just you hit a zone. And you do enough mix-ups to where I like second guess and I gotta watch and I gotta block. And I was like, yo, you can beat this Legendary Souls or something like that. And then so of course he's losing at first. Like he's done before. He's like, man, what you gonna do when when the computer in your controller, what you gonna do? I'm like, son, it's not that.
So not literally sitting in the controller, but it's linked to the game.
Yeah.
Like, you hit up, it know you hitting up while you hitting up. So yeah,
0 1.
You blocked the computer is in your controller. What you gonna do?
It's in the controller.
It's in your controller.
But no, like that's about the blackout rage thing. Like, yeah, I mean, even that, like, I wouldn't say I have anger management issues. It's just because I've never was physically violent to someone because of my anger, and like even lately, like as of the last 10 years, I haven't, or even 15 years, I don't know how long, I don't remember the last time I threw a controller from being mad or punched my screen from being mad. So things like,
I still hear from you too a little bit in Overwatch.
no, yeah, look, that's why I said it's still there. I'm not gonna pretend it's not there.
It's a mature version of it now.
Yeah,
But
it's just
Why would they do that, man?
well, because I guess now I bought my stuff now, so I'm not gonna break my stuff.
you got that investment.
But there's still control. Whatever
Yeah,
the reason,
it's
there's
that
still control.
control.
So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say I'm out of control. But there is still wrath. But I've never gotten to the point where I'm like, "Arr!" and then like hitting someone and not knowing I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like I can't, like that video we saw earlier. I can't imagine.
I think
imagine me getting that.
every time I had got anywhere close to rage, I was conscious enough to be like, is it worth it type of thing. Like,
yeah.
so like I only can think of 2 instances off the top of my head. One was I was in elementary school. We were in Cross, I believe. And there was this white kid, and he picked on me a little bit because I was a new kid, whatever. He called me the N-word. I was like, ooh. And then we were like, in the ooh, let it go. But then we were like, I was like, all I knew, I was like, you're supposed to fight them when they do it, right? It wasn't like a rage, but it was like this is what you're supposed to do. So we're in the bathroom, and he's like, yeah, it's N-word again. And I'm like,
dang, like that?
oh, yeah. So
okay.
it wasn't rage, and that's why it's kind of scary, because I was very calmly pummeling, right? Like, and then at one point, like, literally stomped the head a few times while you look around. I was like,
but you were there the whole time, though.
I was like, oh, this is dope. Oh, yo, this
you enjoying it? That's not
yeah.
That's,
so
That joint's scary.
so like when he said N-word, that was the closest to rage. But then once it got to that point, I was like, oh, yo, this junk kind of.
no, see, you was having a bad day. He was like, oh, N-word? Oh, that's an excuse. It was like green light.
Yeah, I was like, I could do this.
I get to beat someone today.
But then the other time, Anwar actually remember. I think you were there for it. Probably not. But we were playing flag football in Bono. And
I don't know.
Bryce, what did Bryce do? He
ran through your
trucked
chest?
me.
Yeah. I think
I'm being upset about it.
I think Bryce is rushing the passer. Juwan, we got you probably blocking, and then you either block and then block and release.
He was because we weren't doing the blitzing things. I was watching the quarterback, and I think Bryce went to like go like for a pass, but he just was like, forget going around. I'm about to just go through. And I'm nowhere near prepared for that. We're playing flag. So just imagine now, and I'm whatever underweight is compared to Bryce.
Yeah.
Boom. I hit the ground so hard. I'm like, I'm about to kill everybody out here. I'm like, everybody about to die because they told me playing flag. If they told me this is what we was doing, I'd have been ready for that. So I'm heated. But then I'm like, but I like these guys. They cool.
Yeah.
But I still want, I want blood.
I want that action.
And then I want that action. So I was like,
oh, he got a big mouth. They got what? Like sexual montresses, but he got the fighting version of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we should kill somebody.
What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on?
Throw a punch, it don't matter who you hit.
I was like,
Dude,
yo,
like Wolverine. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's get him.
And he was like, yo, I think him saying like my bad is probably what stopped the closest to a blind rate. But it was like do that, you know, like a no. And then so him doing that, and then like 2-3 more people, and everybody was like, I'm probably overreacting, but not really. But like it's justified. But
I don't remember what I did. I don't know if I was there and I saw it and I like grabbed you or something like that.
I think you did because you like. I just remember being like,
I feel like I would grab you. I feel like I'd grab you. I would grab you.
I was like, I'm good.
I don't remember specifically if I was there.
When something like that happened, I'd be like, hey, yeah, Bryce.
I was
Bryce, come on now.
Take it easy.
Hey, take it easy, pal. But I was like, I can't believe this. So that was like the closest. So I said I can understand it to an extent, but even in that instance, I was able to look at what was happening and be like, nah, like not them. I know them.
You know, that kind of stuff is what breaks down murder 1, murder 2, and voluntary manslaughter. Like those, I was on a little research train looking those stuff up, and I ain't gonna go through all of them because that I think that could be a separate concept. But yeah, that right there is what they use. That kind of concept is what they use really to, was this person in this state of mind, or did they come here knowing they were going to get into some action, or you know, did they come home and see their wife getting freaking blasted by some
blown out?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And all of that stuff gets kind of put into, was this person awake? Pretty much, like, were they conscious? Did they know that they could do that? Did they have time to stop? All that stuff. So I think that's a good conversation to have too. The murder one and stuff that when we catch one of those cases and break those down. But
we catch one.
I think I got a story. Probably the closest thing for me, probably blacking out. Probably there's this dude named Corey McConnell was kind of picking on me the whole day.
I remember him.
It's funny we do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't forget his name. He was kind of picking on me the whole day, and then we end up being like friends afterwards or whatever like that. But I don't know why he just picking on me. I'm like, It's the end of the day. I'm about to go home or whatever like that. Gotta hurry because my bus is the first one out there. And so, but just this time, so I must have left my science book. Remember, science book.
Okay.
I left my science book in the classroom. He sees that I left my science book. It's weird how young kids, I guess, they try to be friends with each other, something like that. He picks up my science book. His locker, I guess, was near me or something like that. Hey man, you forgot your science book. I ain't even turned around yet. Through the science book. Science book has by about, I don't know, on average 550 pages in it.
Yeah.
Hard copy. Throws it at my head. So he's been picking on me the whole day, so it's kind of been built up there. Throws it at my head. I'm furious right now. Did not strike blows yet. So I grab him. Put him against the lockers. And I was like, son, what are you doing?
So what are you doing?
And then I don't know who spit on each other first. I'm thinking I had to do. No matter of fact, I see he probably did it first. Yeah, because I can't see me. I can't see. Yeah, exactly. I can't see. I just put him against the locker. Yo, what are you doing? Like, I'm furious right now. And then he goes spit on me, and I was like, what? The most disrespectful thing you thought of. You just did it. I get all the saliva that's in my body at the time and chuck the biggest loogie on his face. And then I should have been in judo or something like that. And then headlock slam.
Dang.
And then, but we're right in front of the teacher's door. She picks both of us up, separates us or whatever like that. That was in Macedonia Middle. Like I don't. That was me blacking out. I was like, yeah, man. Well, this is what he did. And then everybody saw what happened. They vouched for me, or whatever like that.
And it's funny. I know Corey, and he's just kind of not a bad person, but like at school, he was that one that teachers
Goofy.
always was. Yeah, it was like,
Goofy.
Yo, sit down, Corey. What are you doing? Come here, Corey. He was that guy.
Class
I didn't know he was like
that was my
bully.
First,
you know what I mean? Like
that was my first That's happened within my first 6 months. From being in South Carolina. We ran into that altercation or whatever.
And no offense to Corey, but when you say his name, and if you don't know Corey, that name sound like one of those bully names.
That sound like something
Eminem
was rapping about.
You
Corey McConnell.
You gotta say the whole name.
He used to steal my McDonald's. He used to call me Ronald, but he know my name was Marshall.
Oh my God, this
like,
boy Corey McConnell. Like you gotta say his whole name. You're like, oh, what's wrong, Billy? Corey McConnell.
Yeah, the name is iconic.
He wants to meet behind the trash can at 3:00. I don't think I'm ready. You can beat Corey McConnell.
You gotta stand up to your bullies.
You gotta stand up to Corey McConnell. But no, yeah, so that's pretty fun. I can't see myself blacking out. Like, I have never done it. Even getting like drunk or anything, like blacking out at all.
Right. Even when I ain't never been. Okay, now I'm sure you could do this with alcohol, but I ain't never drunk so much alcohol where I was like, I just didn't remember. Cause maybe the day after, but in the moment, I'm very aware.
Conscious.
Yeah, I might have the most courage in the world, but I'm not. Let me go start saying the N-word to everybody I see or something like. I don't know. Like it's like
Right.
that's not me.
Yeah.